The Moon and Sixpence, a novel by Somerset Maugham, was published in 1919. It is loosely inspired by the life of the artist Paul Gauguin, who gained fame for his paintings in a so-called primitive style. The novel is told in the first person and follows an episodic structure centered on the protagonist, Charles Strickland. The narrator is a man named Crabbe, who knew Strickland for several years before Strickland abandoned his family and his career as a stockbroker in England to pursue art. The narrative is made up of Crabbe's own recollections of Strickland, as well as stories related to him by various people in Tahiti who had known Charles. Through these accounts, Crabbe becomes increasingly astonished that Charles is a brilliant painter since he is generally regarded as talentless. He is also seen as profoundly anti-social. In fact, Crabbe has only ever met Charles through Mrs. Strickland. While living in London, Crabbe was a young writer, and one of Mrs. Strickland's favorite activities was hosting gatherings for writers. When Charles leaves his wife, she is convinced that he has run off with another woman. She sends Crabbe to Paris to find him and persuade him to return home. However, when Crabbe locates Strickland in Paris, he discovers that it is not a woman who has lured him away from England but his overwhelming desire to paint. A year later, Crabbe moves to Paris himself. There he befriends another artist, the painter Dirk, who is familiar with Strickland. Although Strickland refuses to let anyone view, much less purchase his paintings, Dirk insists that Strickland's work is that of a genius. When Strickland falls ill, Dirk decides to bring him into the apartment he shares with his wife Blanche. Blanche begs Dirk not to do this, but he ignores her wishes. Strickland soon drives Dirk out of his own studio and begins an affair with Blanche, who tells Dirk she is leaving him for Strickland. Dirk desperately tries to regain his wife's love, despite being betrayed by both her and his fellow artist. After Strickland abruptly ends his relationship with Blanche, she commits suicide. Crabbe confronts Strickland and tells him that he should feel immense guilt for what he has done to Dirk and Blanche. Instead of apologizing or showing remorse, Strickland merely shows Crabbe his paintings, which Crabbe finds unimpressive. Months pass as Strickland lives in extreme poverty until he finally decides to sail for Tahiti. In Tahiti, Strickland settles into both a home and a new painting style. He lives simply, painting all day while his Tahitian wife, Ada, looks after him. Eventually, Strickland learns that he has leprosy and tries to drive everyone away. Ada refuses to leave him and is determined to care for him for the remainder of his life, however long or short it may be. Although the disease destroys Strickland's eyesight, it does not destroy his artistic vision. He paints a final masterpiece depicting the jungle on the walls of his hut. After his death, Ada burns the hut to prevent the spread of the disease, unintentionally destroying his last great work. One of the central themes of the novel is the contrast between a simple life and one of prestige and respectability. Strickland rejects his comfortable existence in London, complete with family, status, and financial security, in favor of poverty in France, and eventually a primitive life in Tahiti. He is far happier in Tahiti than he ever was in London because he is able to pursue his true passion, painting. This theme also operates on another level. Strickland's paintings are widely viewed in England and Europe as crude and childish. Yet by following his passion to Tahiti, he produces work of undeniable mastery. Strickland is not the only character in The Moon and Sixpence who abandons his former life in search of something simpler. This introduces another theme, the willingness to sacrifice everything for a single cause. Captain Brunette, for instance, is just as obsessed with building an island paradise as Strickland is with painting. Both men are intensely single-minded. However, it is not only the male characters who make such sacrifices. Blanche is willing to leave Dirk, their home, and its comforts to live in poverty with Strickland. Ada chooses to accept social stigma and the risk of disease so that she can remain with Strickland and care for him until his death. She is prepared to give up her own life, quite literally, to stay with him. Although beauty is not as prominent a theme as simplicity or total sacrifice, it serves as a means of comparing characters. Mrs. Strickland considers Charles's paintings beautiful only as decorative objects. She fails to recognize the deeper beauty he perceives, the beauty of nature and truth. Dirk's paintings are beautiful in the same superficial way that appeals to Mrs. Strickland. They are pleasing on the surface but ultimately empty. Dirk's belief that art should make the viewer feel what the artist feels angers Blanche because she assumes he believes she is incapable of understanding true beauty. This difference in their views of beauty mirrors the flaws in their relationship. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.